Yo, what's up? We got Blank Boy. You feel me? Now stop calling these characters legendaries. Part 2. I literally just reacted to the part 1 literally 2 seconds ago. So we're here for the part 2. We got Vecna from Stranger Things, and yes, he's a fraud, bro. He's literally a bum. You feel me? He's literally a bum. Season 5 ruined bro's aura. Season 4, he was goated. Season 5, bro, he's literally trash. But all of Season 5 is trash anyways, so it's not really his fault. It's just Season 5's fault. I saw Zuko here, and Zuko low-key, he's like half and half. Okay? I only saw Zuko on the thumbnail, and Vecna here. I'm yapping. I'm so sorry. Let's get into it. Let's see.
And his final battle scene lasted for a shorter amount of time than Will telling the group he liked dick. So you guys really enjoyed my stop calling these characters legendary
That's
video.
crazy.
I was very happy to get my Sasuke hate off. I forgot to mention his trash cut too. So you know what? Here go one more. This is Stop Calling These Characters Legendary
Part 2.
Stop calling that man legendary because he...
Bay vs. Optimus Prime. Now, unlike my last video, which features Sasuke...
Hold on, what? 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 Didn't this Optimus 2v, like 5v1 Decepticons? I'm pretty sure he did die, but he got snuck by, what's his name? By Megatron. Come on, gang, chill.
Mark and Korra. No one in this video do I actually dislike. Optimus is iconic with great moments, but so was Rebecca Black's Friday song. Iconic don't always mean he was cooking for real. Yo, Optimus, do you have any 1v1 fight wins versus strong villains? I got Aura. So we can go through each shitty movie to really dissect how Optimus was truly a fraud. Let's look back at Transformers 2007, back before Shia LaBeouf was a crackhead and Megan Fox had all of y'all bricked up. In this movie, the Autobots didn't do nearly as much fighting. Optimus does kill Bone Crusher, which was dope. He used his Energon blades and gave him straight belt. He even saved Sam from a falling building. One thing I definitely didn't say is that Optimus is a bad hero, so congrats, nigga. But unfortunately, we don't give out legendary statuses for beating Jake Paul. You gotta do more than that. You gotta beat a big dog. And when it was time for the final battle, when it was crunch time, 20 seconds left on the clock, go get a bucket versus Megatron. He was getting that ass smacked. I'm talking Kyle Lowry in prison, ass smacked. It took the military lighting up Megatron like a Christmas tree with jets, blasting his metal ACL and shoulder off, and Sam putting the Allspark into Megatron's chest to defeat him. Optimus was not going to be able to do it. It wasn't even a close fight. Sam Witwicky is just some regular nigga they found off the street, and he had to save the day. After watching Gabe Vincent for the Lakers, I'm convinced he is too. Imagine him carrying Braun to a championship. Imagine what narratives would spawn from that. But since Optimus got great quotables, I guess we just let it slide, huh?
I guess.
So let's go to Transformers 2 then. Optimus Prime fought in the forest versus 3 Decepticons and only lost because he was distracted by Sam. That's a fact. Sometimes that's all it takes. You look away for a second and your dumbass dog pissing on the carpet. You gotta stay locked in. But ultimately, he did die and remained dead for the entire movie basically, meaning everyone else has to carry weight in solving the mysteries and figuring out how they're gonna win. Nigga Optimus let himself die and forced us to deal with skids and mudflap screen time. That's enough right there to make him not legendary.
That's fair,
what the fuck type of torture is this? But then he comes back to life in the very end, right? And gets his chain snatched literally instantly, getting killed basically right again. How you get revived, then downed 2 seconds later? Nigga, go get Juggernog. So then Jetfire, we already on to like the 18th nigga who's had to sacrifice himself for Optimus, gives Optimus his power. And I'll give Optimus credit here. Remember, I don't hate Optimus, I like him, because he did put incredible hands on the Fallen and Megatron. You can give a chef all the ingredients, but they still gotta cook a good meal. Ayesha Curry got everything she could ever imagine and still baking lizard ankles, so it ain't that easy. But then you go to Transformers 3 and Optimus gets stuck in a bunch of cables in the sky, putting him out the fight for a minute. Look at him. Look at Silly. This Tom and Jerry ass trap they caught him with. No, they didn't even catch him with it. He did it to himself. This nigga don't know how to fly right. Now he does get out of it and starts cooking every Decepticon inside, killing Shockwave. But when it was time to fight Sentinel,
he got
Punk
cooked.
Sentinel was shitting on Optimus.
He got cooked, I remember that.
Sentinel hasn't fought in centuries.
He got
Nigga
cooked,
woke up yesterday and still showing Optimus how he used to get down back in the 80s, doing crack and wearing bad fits. Megatron saved Optimus's life, and Megatron wasn't even trying to fight bro afterwards. Optimus sneaks him when he was trying to discuss them forming a super team, and then he steals Megatron's kill on Sentinel. We're 3 movies in and he still doesn't have a real win versus the main villain without a ridiculous amount of help. That's legendary to y'all? Transformers 4. Guess what happens in that one? Optimus gets fucked up by Galvatron and gets himself kidnapped, carried into Lockdown ship. Free Big Optimeasy, he innocent. All the side characters gotta go on a mission to rescue him, just so when he 1v1s Lockdown, he could get thumbtacked to the wall like a
he's getting fried,
and gets carried
bro.
by Bumblebee and Cade, where he steals their kill again. He's stat padding, nigga. Transformers 5.
Basically, what we've learned is that he's high tier sneak nation. He gets all his dubs via sneaks. That's it, gang. Or he's a Smurf account that he's just always going to low tier lobbies and going crazy on the bums, on the fodder. Or he holds his own against mid elo, but then gets cooked when he's back up from his teammates, and then sneaks again.
Optimus gets taken over and becomes evil and was getting that ass beat by Bumblebee. He was getting dropped off by a fucking midget. He gets bailed out of that fight because the plot wrote in a tsunami, and then in the end, it's Bumblebee who kills Quintessa while Optimus is frozen in place and can't move. Now let's go over to Rise of the Beast. I understand this isn't Bay vs. Optimus anymore, but fuck it, we slandering, so let's really slander. I understand this isn't Bay vs. Optimus anymore, but fuck it, we slandering, so let's really slander. The Autobots pull up on Scourge for the first time, and Optimus was getting shit on as per usual. Surprise, surprise, bro. Scourge hit him in the chin, knocking him out, and then Optimus sat there and watched his young bull Bumblebee get hoisted up in the air and killed. This nigga Optimus the worst father figure ever, bro.
L Prime, bro. Why is Optimus always getting cooked?
Bumblebee mom told you to have that little nigga back by 8 p.m. Now you're gonna bring her just his arm, talking about some my fault. I will say though, shout out to Rise of the Beast Optimus because this is the first time after 6 movies where Optimus finally does beat the main villain in a 1v1 fight. Nice. He held his face up against the lava, gave that man the Zuko scar. So shout out to him. It only took like 15 years for him to finally do it on the big screen. Only for it to then get reversed in Transformers 1, where he gets his ass blasted off the tower by D16.
Okay, calm down now. He comes back and he cooks up. Chill.
And the writers had to pull off some bullshit ass random buff mid falling like Mufasa to his death to save him. And Optimus does have a legendary moment when he gets back up there and shits on all the Decepticons by himself, with all the other Autobots just spectating. He don't need help. Listen, ultimately, I love Optimus just like you guys, but when the main villain steps up to the plate, Optimus consistently failed. And if it wasn't just for pure plot or his teammates jumping in to help him, he would have died 16 more times on top of the 17 times he already died. Rocky Balboa. Listen, we all love movies because they allow for the impossible to happen. And Rocky Balboa being a heavyweight champion is the perfect example of that. That nigga was 5'10", 190 pounds. Tyson Fury and Deontay Wilder are like 5'6", 280 behemoths. Rocky Balboa is Bill Russell, Neolithic hoops. I can't respect his era. This nigga Rocky was fighting mailmen and carpenters. And even with that weak ass competition, he had a 53-23 record. What the fuck is that? In real life, a nigga with 23 losses would stop getting professional fights, cause that's so bad. Just look at his form. He punches like Popeye. He got that Celtics mascot, why I oughta stance. He looked like he was charging up his punches by spinning his arm like fucking Donkey Kong. Rocky Balboa was anything but a legendary boxer. Look at him, bro. Hands down the entire fight. I don't know if Rocky ever actually blocked once. He just sat there and took hits to the face, ending fights looking like he trained with Piccolo, talking about some, yeah, I was cooking, bro, wasn't I, huh? Adonis Creed is a million times better than Rocky. He was fighting real hitters, real heavyweights. Dame would have put paws on Rocky. Tell me I'm lying. We seen how Jonathan Majors had Creed on the ropes. We also seen how he had his girl on them too. Just use your eye test. Unless you're Stevie Wonder, it is very clear. Rocky is a flip phone, battery falling out and shit, versus Creed who's an iPhone 17 Pro Max. Okay. Rocky was in a weak era and he really didn't even dominate it. That is the definition of a fraud. Imagine how crazy the slander would be on someone like Wilt Chamberlain if he was going against those same doctors he was going against, but instead of dominating, he was just ass. What? That is not legendary.
Vecna, trash ass.
I don't even gotta ask the Duffer Brothers to know that they just started making shit up as they were going along after season 1 of Stranger Things. And that's very clear in regard to Vecna. This man was supposed to be the big bad, the Thanos for Netflix heads. And his final battle scene lasted for a shorter amount of time than Will telling the group he liked dick. He was the fakest of fake demons. The group pulled up to your crib and speared you through the chest and you couldn't catch a single body?
Bro, I can't even begin to formulate a proper sentence when it comes, like, I can't even express myself on how bad this guy truly is, bro. I came into this series, season 4, thinking that this guy is a big bad, right? He is him. He came over and took everything over. Whole time, he is a bum vessel. He's just a Will 2.0. Mind Flayer was the mastermind all along, but he wasn't even there all along. Gang. He got bro. What happened to your telekinesis powers? I can't, like, bro, how do you fight 11? Who 11 is trash, by the way, and you're still losing. He almost killed her though, but bro, season 5, he does nothing, bro. He's literally nothing, gang. He's kidnapping children for the fun of it. He comes, I'm not gonna lie, like I said, he goes out smurfing, kills a whole bunch of random people, a whole bunch of military people whose weapons do nothing on him. If they did stuff on him, he would have been got fried. If those weapons were penetrating him, oh, I swear, bro, he would have been done. Episode, what was it, 2, 3? Whenever he came out with the gate? The fuck, bro?
The fact that everyone got out of there unscathed is ridiculously ass from Vecna.
Bro had to Mind Flayer a giant monster. And they still couldn't do nothing to him. Bro had the giant, he still couldn't do nothing to them. Bro had the giant monster Mind Flayer. And they could not do, he could not do anything to them, bro. Season 3 Mind Flayer was way better. Why? Because that nigga was scary, bro. Bro, they had to hide. They had to hide behind cars. They had to hide all type of locations in that mall away from the Mind Flayer. And they only won from sneaking him with the fireworks and 11 finally killing that thing. Bro, when I tell you that giant monster, they were in an open field, nowhere to hide. How was that monster not catching them lacking? And you're telling me that giant monster's final form was afraid of a few Molotovs? Gang, shrug it off and get to work. Anyways, bro.
Them niggas didn't even have weapons because walking down Nancy Wheeler was ball hogging all the shotguns and pistols and shit.
Facts.
In there with water balloons and slingshots, somehow defeating you. This Disney Channel ass ending. I've seen Demodogs and Demogorgons throughout the entire series give way more trouble than what Vecna gives.
Bro, the Demogorgon and when that episode when they were it was Lucas, Mike, when they had the plan to put the track on the Demogorgon, that singular Demogorgon was scarier than Vecna and the Mind Flayer. Every time a Demogorgon showed up, throughout the entire Demogorgon without the entire season 5 was scarier than anything Vecna or the Mind Flayer did the entire season of season 5. Bro!
The fuck Robin giving the villain more struggle than Batman? The military base was getting wiped by a few Demogorgons with all their artillery, but a group of 24-year-old teenagers defeated you? This is the big bad villain,
That's
but
what
they
I'm
pulled
saying.
up to his own home turf and he got caught lacking like that? Nigga, you know you got ops. How you just so nonchalant? The Duffer Brothers
Like, bro, where are the Demogorgons guarding your location? You're telling me season 4 had a whole bunch of army bats surveilling his meditation house. A whole bunch of army bats that they devised a plan to send away or to grab their attention. But in season 5, you're telling me your whole crib in a whole alternate dimension, the original dimension, is left lacking? No guards, no nothing? And the only explanation is, we didn't expect them to come. Vecna didn't expect them to pull up on him. He was caught off guard. Bro, that don't matter. What? You know you got ops, bro. Lock in.
Said that there were no Demodogs or Demogorgons because the group caught Vecna by surprise. Can't that nigga literally see everything?
He's literally omnipotent. He can see, he knows everything. What do you mean? What do you mean?
How did he get snuck? You mean to tell me that Vecna couldn't hear them coming, or because of that whack-ass hairline, see the light reflecting off Lucas's forehead shining up in the sky like a bat signal? Vecna had a hold on Holly's leg, and the plate cleaner Derek manages to outmuscle him, pulling Holly away from him, and then told that nigga to suck his fat one. He was getting treated like a meme the entire last episode, bro. He's supposed to be way more powerful than 11, except he's literally losing a 1v1 ISO to her somehow. It makes no sense. We're 5 seasons in, and we seen that this bitch was still struggling to flip pennies.
Bro, I swear, 11 is so, I was bro, how do you have she has a whole power boost, and she's still trash, bro. She's struggling to tilt a truck. Bro, tilt! Not even carry. I seen her carry a whole metal tank of something, but she can't tilt a truck. She's struggling to get somebody to, like, bro, and you're getting cooked in a 1v1. Sure, he still ends up almost killing her if it wasn't for Will, but bro, you're getting blitzed by 11.
Was bleeding and shit, but now all of a sudden she can push him against a spike? They defeated Vecna and there was still an hour left in the episode. The weak-ass military got 11 to die before Vecna was able to do it. It's crazy. Don't get me started on the Mind Flayer too. They brought him back for what? Just to look sorry. Vecna was a fraud, bro. Cool concept of a villain that they made up 5 minutes before it was time to shoot the season.
All I know is Vecna season 4, he had mad aura, gang. I'm not gonna lie. He had mad aura. Season 5? No, gang, you're trash.
But for him to be defeated that easily, that quickly, was just such a letdown of what's been built up for over like a decade now.
Stop calling that man legendary.
Gohan?
Gohan.
Actually? You got it. You got it. I say all the time, Gohan peaks, Super Saiyan 2, never peaked again. Then he peaks again later on, but at that point, it's like, bro, why are you calling Gohan a goat? Why are we calling Gohan a goat? He's repeating the same cycle over and over again about training, leaving it to Dad or Vegeta, training again, stop training again, stop training. Truly a potential man, because he gets all his power-ups out of nowhere, and all of a sudden, he's just top tier. You feel me? I'm not hating on Gohan. I'm just saying I understand it. I still fuck with Gohan, my top 5 favorite Dragon Ball characters, but I understand it.
Now I know some of y'all gonna get mad at this, but let's be real, bro. Gohan is a lot cooler in theory than in reality. One of my personal favorite versions of Gohan is Future Gohan, but can we really think about what we're glazing for a second? This nigga Gohan allowed for everyone he's known and loved to die. The world is being boomed constantly, and he is constantly getting his ass beat, and we just over here sitting like, but bro, he's too tough. Look at the scar on one arm. Mad aura though. He's a failure, a walking failure. We a bunch of simple ass niggas to please, bro. One sandwich and a back rub and now we ready to marry her. Gohan spent most of his pre-Cell Saga days getting the absolute shit folded out of him and freezing in the big moments, crying, with a few bright spots here and there that really amounted to nothing. But I'm willing to look past that. I'm willing to let it slide because bro was like 5 years old. I'm not gonna shit on Usain Bolt's toddler for getting smoked by Noah Lyles. But even in the Cell Saga, Gohan had Cell on the ropes and started fucking around trolling, forcing Goku to then have to sacrifice himself to save the Earth. Gohan, it was your single. This was your #1 hit, and you let Drake on it. That shit is not yours anymore. That's
Nah. See. The reason why I personally am not gonna count this as Gohan being a fraud, because Goku and Vegeta has done this multiple times on their own. Okay, it just worked out for them. Well, not Vegeta, never Vegeta. Well, it worked out for Goku when he let Frieza survive. Blah, 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 and then he just one-shot Frieza, blah, blah, blah. Even if the plane was going to fucking explode, Goku would have died if he didn't find a ship randomly to escape from. Nobody even knew Cell can self-destruct. And if there's a way for Gohan to kill Cell without Cell blowing up, that would have happened, bro. Okay? So I'm not really mad at that, to be honest, you feel me? So it is what it is.
That's Goku's moment now, and you think he learned his lesson, but then in the Buu saga, this motherfucker gets cocky again and lets Buu eat his ass, absorbing his power.
Now, that's what he gets though. You know what I'm saying? You cannot think, right, that you take a 7-year break of not fighting. Randomly get your potential unleashed again and think, oh, shit's sweet now, you can just go crazy. No, bro. No, son. I don't give a fuck, bro. You are not Goku or Vegeta, bro. They lock it and they train. You take 7 years off and think that you get a power up and you can just cook? No, bro. That's your punishment. That's what you get.
What the fuck? Y'all let me know. What is legendary about being one hard-headed ass nigga? How many times do we have to teach you this lesson? And then what does he do after that? He retires and starts studying in school. Now I'm usually one to support motherfuckers acknowledging their trash. I've told Draymond Green to consider painting instead of basketball a few times.
Nah, painting is crazy.
But fuck that. Gohan, you pussy. I've heard that Toriyama wanted Gohan to be the new MC and leave Goku dead, but fans wasn't fucking with it, so he ended up not doing it. And I think that's ended up holding Gohan's character immensely.
Nah. It could have worked. Gohan being a main character, not the main character. Gohan, me personally, Goku is just a better main character. Come on, bro. It's Goku. But Gohan still could have worked. But they keep reusing. Basically, he's like Jason Todd. Red Hood, bro, they keep redoing the same story, bro. They cannot, bro can never move forward. It's always the same thing. Train, stop training. Gets weak when they really need him the most, he gets fried. He learns his lesson, trains again, goes crazy, gets weak again, blah, blah. The same thing. Hopefully, rest in peace Toriyama, hopefully Toyotaro, if you read the Dragon Ball Super manga, you know what's going on. Hopefully, Gohan can remain where he's at, okay? Because where he's at, he's in a really, really, really good spot. And if we move forward from this, I pray to God that Toyotaro does not backstep Gohan. I don't know. I hope so. I hope so. Because if that's the case, this nigga can never escape his infinite cycle of doom. Anyways.
Because he was supposed to take the reins, but now he just needed to be sidelined again. It just felt like a huge step back. And then you go to Dragon Ball Super, and they got him out here fighting Winnie the Pooh. Then they got him fighting a nigga who finally took off his do-rag.
Yo.
The only real memorable moment he gets in Super is when he beats Dispo, which is a good win, shout out to Gohan. And then he gets a random ass pull transformation Beast Gohan that had no build up whatsoever, and he got without any training because that's all Gohan's character is. He's a fraud, bro. He is not legendary. The Gohan glaze is crazy.
Stop calling that man legendary.
Jason Todd, the worst Batman, no, the worst character in a Bat family, worst Robin, most fraudulent bum ever. He was cool for the first time he became Red Hood. After that, he's a bum, trash. I swear.
Because he won.
Red Hood. Again, none of these characters I dislike. In
I
fact,
dislike
Red
Red
Hood
Hood.
might possibly be my favorite DC character. But let's keep it real, bro. We
What?
all fuck with this nigga off of one storyline, and that's pretty ass when you think about it. I'm kind of taking a different approach with this one. I'm not even saying don't call Red Hood legendary because his actions are that of a fraud necessarily. I'm saying we can't call this man legendary because there's so many renditions of him that are ass, and we only mess with him for the Under the Red Hood storyline. Gun to the
Basically.
back of your head right now, name me 5 good Jason Todd comic book storylines. Exactly, bro.
Just put it in, bro. Just put it in, gang. You got it.
Be real, nobody give a fuck about the Outlaws. There's a reason DC has retold the same story in movie form, then in live action TV form, then in video game form. What other stories they gonna tell about, bro? Nobody knows or cares about the others. I've seen Jason Todd getting tortured and Batman failing him like 57 different times at this point.
Did they do a DCKO where he lost via the same thing again? Or am I tripping, bro? Or did he beat Joker with the crowbar? I'm kind of forgetting.
My man Red Hood is carried by the fact that his outfit is so ridiculously clean, his fighting is dope because he was obviously trained by Batman, and that the one storyline he's known for is a genuine DC masterpiece of a storyline. And hey, listen, I get it. If you're gonna be a one-hit wonder, you might as well be like Wheatus and have it be known for Teenage Dirtbag, because that shit is a banger.
Stop calling that man legendary because he...
Zuko, let's see this.
Now, y'all might be mad at me, but this one I'm gonna defend. I be seeing people calling Zuko a fraud. Not too much on Zuko, chill.
Now, see, that's I was surprised that, like I said, Zuko, I said in the beginning, Zuko's like 50-50. Whereas he's still a goat, but like all his trauma or all his like character's trauma was like holding him back from truly cooking up. Now, me personally, I don't like that they made Azula crazy at that final fight, because that basically saying that if she was not crazy, Zuko was never gonna beat her ever. And if you read the comics, Zuko is still getting cooked by Azula every single time. Because once Zuko got the power, once Zuko lost his fire at bending and got it back from the dragons, ever since then, bro, him and Azula have been going hit for hit. It used to just be Azula cooking him, but ever since he got back from the dragons, Azula and Zuko was going hit for hit. So it's like, okay, now Zuko can finally cook again now that he's now released all his, he's now reborn. But then they go back to talk about oh, Azula's crazy, blah, blah, blah. I don't think I could be Azula by myself. What? Why do we backpedal, bro? Why do we backpedal, bro? But hey, it's fine. It's okay. Eventually, Zuko's gonna be better than Azula, right? Of course, eventually, right? Right.
Zuko being legendary shouldn't be measured in wins and losses. That's childish. Whatever happened to process over outcome? His legendariness comes from his growth as a man. It's just like Giannis said, there's no such thing as failure, just steps to success. That's the loser niggas anthem right there. Zuko defying his father. That's legendary. The strongest firebender protector.
And he almost killed Ozai here. You feel me? He let Ozai survive. He pointed down. He could have just, boom! He pointed down. He let Ozai survive there. You feel me? You know what I'm saying? That's a real team.
Defying his father. That's legendary. The strongest firebender potentially ever. Spraying him with lightning. Legendary. And going on to find his own path. Helping the Avatar to stop him. That's legendary. Helping stop a war. Bringing the Fire Nation and the 4 nations back to harmony.
Legendary.
That's legendary. Who cares if he lost some 1v1s? It happens. We know he's not stronger than Azula. We know he's not stronger than Ozai. We know he's not capable of beating Aang and being able to capture him. That was never the point. Respect Zuko, man. He doesn't deserve all that. He was a huge reason why Aang was able to defeat Ozai and able to learn firebending.
Zuko's such a ghost. W defense, yeah! Yeah! And that's the end of it, yeah! W defense, yeah! Facts, bro. Zuko's my GOAT. That's what I'm talking about, bro. I did say 50-50, but I said my reasonings. Even though I'm skipping past it because I forgot. Anyways, let's go back real quick. Optimus Prime took most of the beatings in this video. Damn, 6 minutes of just pure Optimus Prime slander. That's crazy. I don't know much about Rocky Balboa because I kind of forgot those movies. So I'm gonna move past that. Vecna. Bro, Vecna is trash. Oh my goodness, man. Gohan. I said Gohan, bro. I said what I said for Gohan. I'm not gonna repeat it. Jason Todd. I have so much anger for Jason Todd. It's not even funny. So trash, bro. I cannot believe I used to say that Tim Drake was worse than Jason Todd. I take that back. I 100% take that back. Sure, originally it used to be that way, but Jason Todd's just been an infinite cycle. He's in an infinite Tsukuyomi cycle of the same thing. The fuck? You're done, buddy. Anyways, that's the end of that video. I've just been yapping. You know, I'm back. Bro, it's been 2 weeks, but I missed you guys. I'm gonna talk on a yap. You feel me? So I'm gonna catch you later. Have a good day. Peace.